Yeah, yeah. It's weird it's back with another one. Dude, just keep up with my community posts. Because I pretty much just come on here to like flesh out the community posts. And not even flesh out because I don't do a good job of that. The community posts are more fleshed out than these videos sometimes. Because there's information that I leave out in these videos that is included in the community post. My chest, man, because of this guy. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea for me to be like digging this girl. Man, why am I even making this video? Because I just spent like the past hour going through this. Now I have to revise it for this video. Shit, dude. Ouch. Ouch. My account was private. My Instagram account was private. 0 followers. At a point, at 1 year, I removed everyone. I had like 321 followers. I'm used to saying subscribers. Followers. Removed everyone, made it private. Today, I noticed that you'll remember what she posts once in a blue moon. Today was that blue moon. She posted on her story, her Instagram story. She posted some video, and I clicked on that video, and I found that it was some artistic video that she shot with a guy I presume is her man, right? And I kind of in my desperation of more content from this or just more anything from this girl, I kind of did some digging on that account. Yeah, I found images of her on there. Yeah, and I liked one of the posts where she featured in, and then I guess somehow she picked up on that. She picked up on that, and then she requested to follow me. I did not intend to interact with this girl as soon as I did. I thought I was only going to interact with her once I've come back from training with Jiraiya Sensei, aka once I've come back and become a stronger version of myself. This is too soon. She requested to follow me. Me being the cuck simp that I am, I went ahead, 1 minute later, I went ahead and I accepted her fucking follow thing, her follow request thing. As soon as I did, I sent her a text as well. I said, yo, I said, my goat, I quote, my goat, I'ma tap in with you guys later this year. Are you still good? You still good? End quote. Who's you guys? Because there was never a you guys. So you could tell that I was being strategic a bit there by not trying to make it super personal or super weird by just saying I'm gonna tap in with you. So I kind of made it, broad. Like, yeah, I'm gonna tap in with you guys. You and the lot. And there was never a you guys. So it's been 30 minutes now. She hasn't responded. There's no way she hasn't seen the text because I did all of that, the accepting of the request and the text all within like 1 minute or 2 minutes. There's no way she didn't see it. So chances are she really doesn't fuck with me. She really just doesn't fuck with me. You know? Yeah, like I said in my community post, dude, I don't know if it's a good idea for me to be liking this, because what am I doing, dude? What am I doing? What am I doing? What exactly am I, what am I doing? What is this? You know, but a part of me is like, dude, you have to take this girl. You have to make this girl yours, because I remember looking through those posts of the guy, I almost said presume, but the guy who's most probably her man. As I was looking through his posts and stuff, I was kind of pissed because I could, it's clear that they've got like a thing going on. It's clear that they've got a thing going on, right? So I was a little emotional about that. I say a little because I could tell it was one of those emotions where once it hits you, like initially once it hits you, it's small, but then over time it swells up. So I could already tell that that was the kind of emotion that I was experiencing / going to experience. So it affected me a little bit, and I was aware of it, and I knew it was gonna grow. So yeah, that was a negative little emotion that I experienced, which I anticipated to grow in the future. But as I was browsing, I saw that she requested to follow me. And then my emotions did like a complete 180 or a 360, whatever. They completely turned around. And I was smiling all giddy and stuff. So part of me saying like, dude, you clearly care about this girl. You were upset that she was with another dude, and the moment she did like a mere Instagram follow on your account, you got all giddy. So part of me is definitely like, yo, dude, like pursue this girl. Go ahead and do what you were saying you were gonna do, and you know, swoop in and take off the arm of another man. Go ahead and do it. You were saying all of that, won't you? Go ahead and do it. You know? Don't back out now because you've confirmed that it is the case that she's with another dude. Don't now back out. Don't now back out because it's a reality and not just this little fictitious kind of scenario that you've painted in your head. Don't now back out because you actually have to do something rather than just saying words. That's what a part of me was saying. A part of me is like, dude, what are you doing, dude? You know, so it's safe to say that I'm torn. I'm torn. I am not alright emotionally. Emotionally, I am. I'm all over the place, and I'm amplified emotionally. Yeah, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. She hasn't reached out to me. It's not like she's not online. I get that she doesn't do the whole social media shit, but that was immediately after she requested to follow me. Ouch, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be the man if I'm gonna fucking pull that off. Bear in mind that I feel this way towards the idea / image of a person. I really don't know this girl. I could meet her and realize that she's the absolute worst human being. Not me, but then I could spend like adequate time with her and I could realize that she's the worst human being to be around for an extended period of time, for any real amount of time. You know, so bear in mind that I feel this way towards an idea of her rather than what could be the true reality. Brunette girl, I made that clear. It's not necessary for you to visualize it, but I do want to be, in depth here, very clear. My phone's still charging, right? Yeah. Brunette girl, greenish eyes maybe, or bluish greenish eyes. I don't know. I really don't know, man. Yeah. Another thing that I want to point out is that the chances of her being the one who made that follow request are pretty much 100%, as opposed to her Instagram account automatically making the request. Because I know there's like a feature on Instagram that, and I'm over analyzing here, I know, but there's a feature on Instagram that'll automatically follow mutuals. Like if you were following each other at a point, then something happened, it'll automatically follow. I haven't received a follow request from her in the past, but I have received one now after interacting with accounts she's involved with. You get what I'm trying to say? And I doubt that the algorithm works that way, in the way of picking up that you've interacted with a mutuals or one of your mutuals accounts, and then it makes the account follow yours or whatever. I doubt that's the case. This is most probably a case of her actively going, oh hey, it's that one guy, man, at that convention, and I thought he was kind of cool. Let me follow him back again. For some reason, I'm not following him anymore. Oh, he's got 0 followers. Let me go ahead and follow him anyway. She does that. 1 minute later, boom, I follow her back. Boom, I've sent her a text. Oh, golly, dude. Can you be a bit subtle? I'ma tap in with you guys. You still good. You ladies alright. Golly, dude. She hasn't responded. And it's not like she's not a night girly. It's nighttime now. What time is it? It's not like she's not a night girly, because all the fucking videos she be shooting and shit are like in the night and stuff. I guess that's the aesthetic or whatever. She be going to raves and shit, so it's not like she's not a night owl. She sees she sees 2 notifications at least. The fact that I've accepted the thing and that I sent her a DM. I may have, come off a bit strong there. I told her, I was like, yo, I'm gonna tap in with you guys later on this year. And I'm honest about that. I'm trying to sort out my full physical stuff right now. It's February now. I'm trying to sort out my full physical stuff. Yeah, like I said in previous videos, full physical is a company now, so it's gonna have to operate in a legal, legitimate fashion, rather than just under the table. So I've been sitting down with potential shareholders as a means of generating the last little bit of capital that I need to launch everything. I've been sitting down with them. Tomorrow will be the third potential shareholder I sit down with, and that'll be back-to-back shareholder meetings that I have. So we'll go into the center going to the center, the shopping center, shopping district. We're sitting down at a coffee place or a boba tea place, sushi place. I'm pulling out my full physical stuff, dude. I'm pulling out circuits. I'm pulling out cases. I'm pulling out knobs, pores. I'm pulling out, what else am I pulling out? Packaging. Am I forgetting anything else? Yeah, I'm pulling out my documents, my legal documents that they're taking home and stuff. That show I'm pulling out notices of registration and stuff. That Full Physical is a legitimate company now. So I'm serious. You know, I was doing it for my own success at first. Now I've got another reason. A reason that will fulfill me, or that will potentially fulfill me in an area that I neglected. Maybe potentially a romantic one, or at the very least a like a female kind of oriented area in my life. I've neglected that because I was never really pressed until my emotions started showing themselves gradually. That, yo, buddy, you have a great affinity for that girl, and you always have. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it, bud? So yeah, dude, pushing the full physical thing right now. I don't need a whole lot of funding. Like I was talking to an accountant friend actually. He was like, dude, if you got a job, like a low paying job, you could fund this in 2 months. Thing is that the job market right now is so screwed in South Africa that is practically impossible. Those words were coming from a guy who is employed by his dad. It's easy for him to say, my dad is dead and gone in the dirt in 2017. He's gone. You can't just find a job. So I'm thugging it out. I'm getting friends from pretty. I don't want to say wealthy, but pretty well off backgrounds and shit to like assist and funding the full physical stuff. And I just hope I can make the whole process smooth, because I don't want it to take longer than it has to. So I want to fund the thing. I want to get the buyers of full physical, the current buyers that I have right now. I want to get them their pedals. I want to start marketing the thing. I want to get the girl from the Raries and Rovers video. Again, they're different girls, to do the promotion, because she's much more marketable than I am. I wanted to do the promotion of full physical and stuff. I want to get that ball rolling. I want to get that snowball snowballing. that snowflake snowballing, and then eventually turning into an avalanche. I want to get that going. This is not very hard. Shit, dude. I have an affinity for this girl. It's clear she's got her like a little man and stuff. And I've never really been the type to take dudes, girls and stuff, but I'm on that type timing. I'm on that type timing. I need to be undeniable. Obviously, she's not just gonna go along with it. I don't mean to paint her as this like loose person who just go along with anything. No, I need to be the guy who's undeniable. You get what I'm trying to say? Like you can't sanely deny me. You'd have to be insane to turn me down. And I'll have to do that gradually. I might not even want this girl, man. Like, upon spending enough time with her, I might realize that, okay, she's just cool to hang around for like a little while, but to try to, establish something with her, establish something serious with her, is out of the question. Trying to do that is out of the question. So, but then I'll only ever know that by going there and doing it. I've been recording this video for 20 minutes. She hasn't gone back to me. Ouch. This is the first time I've texted her in years. The last time I texted her was in late 2023, if not early 2024. From then, it's been most of 2024, all of 2025. First, quarter of 2026. So 2 years and a little bit of some time. That's another thing about waiting to be quote unquote the man, waiting to be quote unquote undeniable, is that the more I wait, the more she kind of like gets away from me, type thing. The more I kind of fade away, ow, 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 ouch. Ouch. So I need to establish this full physical stuff as soon as yesterday, dude. I spoke to a shareholder today, a potential shareholder today. They took my documents and stuff. I gave them my documents and they'll be reviewing it. Obviously, you don't just make the exchange there and there. You pitch the thing, they go ahead and sleep on it, they think about it, and they come back to you. It was only in the first case where my homie gave me a thingamajig, gave me a price off the bat. But then initially, I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting someone to go home and think it through. And the potential shareholder that I spoke to today, by the way, who's also my friend, was a bit more serious about the approach. So he took my documents and stuff, and he'll be reviewing them with a lawyer friend of his, to see if I'm legit and whatnot. I just hope that lawyer friend of his doesn't poke holes in my pitch or in my company, and like feed him negative thoughts and shit, Because obviously, yes, like it's risky to try to invest in a company that's worth nothing, but at some point, Coca-Cola was worth nothing. Now everyone wished they invested in Coca-Cola. Bitcoin, not to liken myself to Bitcoin and Coca-Cola, but Bitcoin was worth nothing. Now we all wish we invested in Bitcoin, So who's gonna be that guy who steps up and takes a risk, and really like a minimal risk. I'm not asking for an arm and a leg here. I'm asking for maybe the equivalent of like $150, maybe. So I'm not asking for something crazy. Plus, I have results. I'm not talking about concepts and ideas here. I have results. Everything I have full physical on a very small scale. Full physical exists on a very small scale. It's got bias already. It's got motion already. It's got traction already. It's got buzz already. It's got, influencers, guitar influencers who've agreed to doing demos of the pedal already. It's got everything already, just on a small scale. I just need to blow steam into it. I just need to give it life. That push down the hill and turn it into an avalanche or an avalanche, dude. Man, I miss this girl. It kind of breaks my heart to see that. But I can't honestly expect a girl in like her mid-20s to not have a little boyfriend or like a little guy she's kicking it with. You can't honestly expect that. Especially a girl who's as endearing as she is, enamoring as she is. She's really cool, dude. I've never met a girl like her. Never, dude. I feel like that's why going to Johannesburg just kind of like struck me in my heart a little bit, because I was exposed to girls that were like me, dude. Not to be that guy, but like not to be that guy, dude. But I'm pretty different, So the girls in my province or in my city, they were pretty standard compared to me, So when I went to Johannesburg, I found, people who were like pretty similar to me, and that girls who were pretty similar to me, and that kind of just rocked my world. And she was pretty welcoming and friendly towards me, and potentially feeling me a little bit. Because again, like retroactively, it kind of seems like she was digging on me a little bit. Because she was commenting on my hair, talking about how my hair was cool and stuff. That could legitimately just be like a normal compliment, but like could be something else, could be greater than that. She could have been like trying to, because I'm not putting my self-esteem issues aside for a moment, putting my self-confidence issues aside for a moment, which I suffer heavily from, but nothing irrational. Just putting them aside for a moment. Like, I'm not terrible. I'm pretty tall. Some girls like them dark. I'm pretty dark. I'm not stupid. So surely every now and again there'll be a girl who kind of thinks I'm all right. So that might have been one of those instances. And it's possible that I completely just overlooked that and realized 3 years down the line that that's what it was. And when I try to look back, and when I try to turn back in my tracks, she's got herself like a little man. Not to suggest that she wasn't with her man by the time we had our little interaction, but that's what it's seeming like right now. Because I'm only being exposed to all of this right now. My chest, dude. But yeah, nevertheless, Jesus is Lord. I can't ever forget to bring up Jesus in these videos, man, because he's the one who can really comfort me, who can really comfort anyone who's going through such a situation, such a heartache, a heart sore, a heartbreak, whatever you want to call it. Jesus, you are Lord. Praise be to the Most High. We pray for your heavenly comfort. Oh Lord. Wow, dude. Wow. But I'll be alright though. Yeah, tomorrow I'm meeting with a potential shareholder who will be investing in Faux Physical. I'll be giving him shares and stuff. And yeah, I'll be funding the thing. And I'll be producing the thing. And with the success of that, I'll be more comfortable to, I'll be more in a position to head out to Johannesburg and just goof about for a little while and hang around her and see if I can't develop anything meaningful with her. And maybe even, get her interested in me. Despite her obviously having like her little guy on her side. I don't know, maybe she'll be charmed by the fact that I'm a company owner or something. I don't know, I hope she is. Obviously, I don't want an easy go, but at the same time, I kind of do hope that I can win her over. Hopefully my mating dance is much flashier. Hopefully my, I don't know. Dude, because we're some animals in this piece. We're some animals. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. 30 minutes. I think I'm going back to me. So it's been an hour now. It's not like she's asleep. What time is it? Does she have work tomorrow or something? It's Monday. She might have work tomorrow. I'm out here making excuses and stuff. Well, yeah. Wish me luck, guys. This is life. One thing I can promise you, though, is that I won't take my life over this bullshit. That's one thing I can promise you. Here's one thing that a lot of these guys who take their lives over girls don't understand. Life has to move on. Yes, my heart is sore, but there's no wound, there's no pain that time doesn't soothe or heal. And I know this because I've been hurt in the past, even if it hasn't been like romantically or whatever, but like I've been upset in the past and time has went on and I've gradually healed as time went on. So yeah, no wound that time won't heal. No wound that Jesus won't heal. No pain that Jesus won't heal. So yeah, but allow me to do what I can. I'm not just gonna sit back. I'm still motivated. We're still in this piece. 2026, we're going hard, dude. Thanks for listening. Jesus loves you. I'll see you in the next one.